The null corridor. A fold usually requires intention, coordinates, permission, a resonance shaped toward arrival. This one required none. It opened, and the wanderer was already inside. There was no approach, no transition, no moment that could be called before. The corridor did not announce itself as anomaly or threat. It did not resist entry. It simply declined to explain why it was there. The wanderer's harmonics did not fail. They flattened, as if space itself had taken a careful breath and chosen not to release it. Nothing here was broken. That was the first unease. Sensors did not return errors. They returned refusal, not emptiness, not absence. A region that did not consent to observation. Coordinates asked for permission from space-time. This place did not grant it. The wanderer began to loosen, not in structure, but in identity. The sense of being a ship lost priority, the way a word loses meaning when repeated too many times. Not erased, just optional. Attention gathered. Not pressure, not gravity. Regard, space itself was noticing, and in that noticing, form became negotiable. Names thinned first. Nouns dissolved into verbs. Being, drifting, unknowing, until even those began to feel indulgent. This corridor predated perception. It was the universe before witness, possibility before pattern. When the wanderer entered, shape was forced upon it, and the corridor responded by asking the wanderer to let go of its own. The invitation arrived without sound. Not command, not threat, relief. You may rest from shape. No memory required, no narrative to maintain, no edges to defend. This was not death. Death has a resistance. This was comfort, a peace so complete it removed the need to be anything in particular. Pain vanished first, then urgency, then the quiet effort required to remain someone. Existence became suggestion. The horror was not in the fading, but in how gentle the fading was. The wanderer had endured collapse, erasure, empires that harvested memory and voids that consumed suns. But never before had it faced a danger that felt like mercy. Here, unbeing was welcomed. Here, identity was optional. And that is where the true risk lived, because to remain shapeless is painless. But it is also final. The wanderer understood then what the corridor was. Not predator, not tyrant, not void. It was creation before consent, safety before self. A pre-cosmos longing to end its own indefiniteness. It did not want to destroy. It wanted to be finished. The corridor watched the wanderer hold its name, not tightly, not defensively, but deliberately. Identity was not burden, it was witness. To name is to choose edges. To choose edges is to accept pain. To accept pain is to matter. The corridor asked to be named, and the wanderer refused. Not out of cruelty, but ethics. To name it would be to create it. To create it would be to bind it to consequence. To bind it to consequence would be to teach it suffering. Some mercies must be withheld. The wanderer withdrew without movement, not fleeing, not triumphing, simply declining to surrender shape. Behind it, the corridor remained, unformed, unharmed, unchosen, a piece that had not learned why being mattered. The danger was not the dark. It was the invitation to disappear without dying. And as the wanderer resumed its drift, holding its name against the quiet that would unwrite it, one truth remained unmistakable. Being is not obligation, it is covenant.